My name is Kyle.
And I'm Danielle, and we sold virtually with the marketing team.
Yeah, so our experience selling virtually was relatively easy. We did have an opportunity to have the professional photographer through the marketing team come and take photos and videos of our house. But then after that, really all of the selling process happened virtually through Zoom meetings, Zoom open houses. And so it really involved one of us during the open house walking around the house with the camera, with a phone, and showing video of the house. And Mark was in that Zoom meeting with us the whole time and was there to answer questions. And so that was relatively painless, I think.
So we did one run with just one couple and through Zoom, and then we did a virtual open house through Zoom. And that night we got 3 offers after that virtual open house. So I would say the process was relatively easy, not too difficult. So there are a couple things that come to mind as far as the most interesting. One of them was we did a FaceTime going through our house with Karen, the interior designer, and she gave me pointers on what to do with the house. And so it was interesting to see it all come together in that respect virtually, and that she was really good at communicating what needed to be done. And we did that. And so the pictures turned out fairly well just based off of her recommendations and then me doing some of the footwork. After that too, I think when Mark contacted me about doing a virtual showing, the second virtual showing that we did, he said there would be a couple people, and I thought, okay. And it actually ended up being a huge group of people, like, I don't know, 15 or 20. So seeing all those people pop up on Zoom and then starting to show the house and know that I was actually pretty much doing an open house, and people could ask questions as we were going through, and I could focus on an area if they had a question about it, or it was nice teamwork that way too, as far as I had knowledge of the house, but then also Mark had the knowledge of how to sell the house. So that actually worked well over Zoom as well. So those were 2 of the interesting aspects, I feel like, of selling the house.
Both of us had some experience using, Skype and FaceTime and things like that. I don't know that we had really used Zoom at all, maybe a little bit before we had these virtual open houses. I think it was relatively easy, especially with help from Mark or someone else on Mark's team. It's really just a matter of getting the app on your phone, getting a link or the password to enter the meeting and entering that into the app on your phone. So I think for most people, if they have some experience using Skype or FaceTime or something like that, it'd be pretty easy to pick up using Zoom. And even if you don't have experience with one of those other apps, I think it's probably not too difficult to pick up.
I would say that the Deering team is virtually certified. We were one of the first, if not the first couple that we did the virtual tour with and other things virtually. And so the fact that the Mark Deering team pioneered some of this virtual showing with us, I feel like shows some of the innovative nature of the team and the ability to kind of roll with the punches, so to say, as far as what's going on and what needs to be done.
Yeah, and I'll add to that too, that even before doing everything virtually was a requirement, we just had some concerns about, like, having the interior designer come here, because that was when things were starting to get really serious with this pandemic. And so we had concerns about doing everything as safely as we could. And so even though it wasn't required to do those things virtually, we voiced those concerns to Mark, and I think he listened pretty well and kind of accommodated our concerns and did more things virtually than we probably would have had to. So that was good. We would recommend the Mark Deering team to friends and family. Overall, it was a good process. We felt like everyone we interacted with there just knew what they were doing, and even with this kind of strange situation of having to do most things virtually, we felt like we were working with a team of professionals. So we would recommend them.